Well, first, before we get into Israel and Iran and also Lebanon, I just want to do the daily flight update.
Sure, on flights from Lebanon. So since I last was here yesterday afternoon, we had one flight go last night from Beirut to Istanbul. There's another flight that left this morning from Beirut en route to Istanbul. These are the U.S. organized flights I've mentioned before. Total of 50 people on the flight this morning, a very small number on the flight last night. I think it was around 13, 14, somewhere around there, to bring the total number of American citizens, legal permanent residents, and their family members who have left on these U.S. organized flights since we started them about a week ago to over 1,100 people. There have been a total of 3,620 available seats on those flights, and then when you add the number of seats on commercial flights that we have been making available, there have been a total of 4,600 seats that we have been able to make available to American citizens, permanent residents, and family members.
So, look, demand does not, 13 or 14 people on a flight on a plane that carries 300 passengers does not seem like there's a significant demand. Also, 50 people on a flight that carries 300 people also does not. So, one, is there any consideration that right now of pulling these flights down because there's just not enough demand? And secondly, how much has it cost the U.S. government, the taxpayers, to organize these flights?
Yeah, so I don't have the cost. I can tell you, obviously, there are two ways to look at it. One is the cost of the flight itself. I don't have the cost. And the number of passengers that ride on the plane would impact the net cost to the federal government, but I don't know the total number for the cost of the plane to do that kind of subtraction.
Okay, if someone could look into that.
Sure, but then with respect to the broader question, so we're going to continue the flights for the time being because we do assess that there is demand. Obviously, we've had more turnout for some flights than others. We've had some flights go out with around 150 people, and then we've had these other flights with fewer. But it is going to be an ongoing question we look at, an ongoing assessment that we make. It also partly depends on the number of seats that are available on commercial airlines and whether those flights continue to take place. I'll just say we believe we have a duty to do everything we can to help American citizens get out of the country. We have been urging American citizens to leave the country for months, and we know that a lot of people wanted to leave, especially over the past couple weeks. We've had people reach out to us and say that they wanted to leave, and then some of them say that and then don't ultimately leave for maybe very good reasons, which is they're worried about their family members or they have other considerations. But ultimately, we can't make people leave, of course. We can make these options available, and we're going to continue to make them available because the safety and security of American citizens is our top priority.